Hi, I'm Kevin Klein. Let's go inside Winnipeg City Hall and talk about transit safety. For those of you that follow my YouTube page, or if you want to go back and look at some of the videos, one of the issues that I had when the Transit Master Plan was put forward and the money was going to be invested into that is that I didn't see any investment or talk about transit safety. It's a big deal to me, right? Because I'm hearing from residents they don't feel safe taking our transit buses. So I thought that should be part of our transit master plan. It was not. I also moved a motion several months ago requesting a breakdown from the service, our transit service, on the number of incidents we have on city buses. I would like to know. I'm hearing about them. I'm not seeing them in the media. I'm not hearing about them in the media. And I wanted to know if what residents are telling me was factual, or was I getting a little, was it being exaggerated a little bit? So I asked for that report. Still don't have that report. But today, I find out, listening to the media, they sent some questions in to find out how many crimes have happened on city buses, or not crimes, how many times were police called to attend city bus issues. And they said they had a little bit of a runaround, but they finally got them. And here's the numbers that came out of that. In 2018, we had a total of about 1,800 calls for service to transit bus or transit shelter. In 2020, now considering we were more than half the year, the ridership has dropped to 40%, 45% of what it was, and it's still down at those levels. So in 2020, with the drop, significant drop in transit ridership, the calls for service to bus or bus shelters grew to 2,082. And in 2021, where we've had low ridership, we heard about that from our finance chair and from others within the city of Winnipeg. In 2021, with 3 months to go, 2,600 plus cases where police were called to deal with a transit situation or safety at a bus shelter. That's what I'm talking about. I understand that politicians need to spin everything, and we don't want to paint a bad picture or a negative picture. But if we don't accept the problem, how can we fix it? This is something that has to be addressed. I'm sure that none of these are major crimes. I suspect, half or more probably never result in anything than the police just trying to calm down a situation. But still, doesn't that deter residents from using the bus? And how are we going to pay all this money for all the new transit updates they want to do that doesn't include electric buses, that doesn't include LRT, when we're not going to address that safety issue? These are the things I raise. This is why I ask all these questions, not to be Mr. Negative. I ask them because these are important questions to ask. If we're going to invest hundreds of millions of dollars into transit, the very first thing we should do is take care of your safety and make it a system you want to take.